Night Court ASMR. Hello, darling, and welcome to the Night Court. As always, it's your choice, and you have chosen a bedtime story. A relaxing tale to invite sweet and pleasant dreams for all listeners. I thought I might do another sort of Christmassy video just because, when else will I get to enjoy talking about all these warm, tingly things, or cold, tingly things, as it were. I really like Christmas. There's a very cheesy part of me that enjoys it and just finds it cozy. So today I am going to do a story or a little narration where we sort of attend a German Christmas market. And if you've never had the opportunity to do so, they're quite lovely. And I have spent some time in Germany. I've been to the market in Nuremberg, which is, I believe, the biggest one, and also in Munich. And I might not say it with the most perfect pronunciation because my German is passable, but my accent is not perfect. But I find the word very tingly, especially when I hear proper people who are properly fluent in German speak it. But the Weihnachtsmärkte, it's the word for the Christmas market, the Weihnachtsmärkte. So that's where the story is going to take you. And it will just be cozy and dreamy. Also, I have some changing lights on in the background, which I thought were sort of reminiscent of twinkly Christmas lights. There they go. Some different colors. So hopefully you find that pleasant and not distracting. I tried to set them to happen not terribly fast, so I don't think that this is like going to be, as though I've got a strobe behind me. But hopefully it is pleasant. Now, this experience is going to take you to the Weihnachtsmarkt. But before we begin, take a moment as usual to prepare your space and yourself to engage and enjoy for the duration of the experience. Because this session is designed to induce blissful relaxation, you should try not to listen while driving, operating heavy machinery, or otherwise completing a task that requires your careful attention. Now, if you haven't already, darling, turn down the lights, sit or lie back in a comfortable position. Ensure that your neck, back, and legs are supported, and I'll just brush your shoulders here. Notice how your attention to these details is already creating a sense of ease. Now, as your shoulders relax and your jaw unclenches, and perhaps your eyes close and your ears open, attuned to each small sound, perhaps already visualizing the dark, star-flecked sky overhead, although maybe tonight there's a bit of snowfall. The glow of a city on the horizon. The cool mountain wind whispering. The dark embrace of the night. As you stand at the entrance to the ancient cobblestone square, delicate delicate snowflakes drift silently through the crisp December air, each one catching the warm glow of countless twinkling lights strung overhead. The medieval church tower looms above you, its ancient stones bathed in soft golden illumination, while the sweet, spiced fragrance of Glühwein wafts gently past, beckoning you forward into the magical world of the Weihnachtsmärkte, or I've also heard Christkindlmarkt. Now, take a deep, slow breath in and out. Letting your shoulders relax as you begin your journey into this enchanted evening. The snow cushions your footsteps as you move forward, creating a peaceful rhythm. This reminds me so much of crunching snow. The snow cushions your footsteps as you move forward, creating a peaceful rhythm that matches your calm, steady breathing. The first wooden stall appears on your right. Its peaks are dusted with fresh snow. Pine garlands drape elegantly across its eaves. Handcrafted glass ornaments catch the light, sending prismatic sparkles dancing across your vision. Deep rubies, emerald greens, and sapphire blues, each one containing swirling patterns that seem to move of their own accord. The artisan inside gives you a warm smile, her weathered hands carefully wrapping a delicate piece of tissue paper for another customer. The soft rustling of the paper crinkles and mingles with the distant sounds of carolers. Moving forward, you pass beneath an arch of evergreen boughs, their fresh pine scent enveloping you like a familiar embrace. Tiny white lights are woven through the branches, creating a gateway of stars that leads you deeper into the market. The temperature seems to rise slightly as you enter this protected space, with the medieval buildings nearby blocking the winter wind. To your left, a baker tends to rows of fresh Lebkuchen, that's spicy gingerbread. Each heart-shaped cookie, decorated with intricate patterns of white icing, draws your eye. The spicy sweet aroma of ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove comforts you. Watch as she carefully pipes delicate swoops and swirls onto each cookie with the squeezing, squishing sound. Swish. The rhythmic motion is mesmerizing, almost hypnotic. Let the peaceful atmosphere settle into your muscles, releasing any remaining tension. Feel the gentle weight of your winter coat, the soft warmth of your scarf, the snug comfort of your gloves. You are perfectly cozy despite the winter chill. A group of children passes by, and their excited whispers and gentle giggles float through the air like music. Their small boots make satisfying crunch, crunch, crunch snow. As they head to a stall selling traditional wooden toys, watch their eyes grow wide at the display, each little horse painted in gorgeous detail. The toy maker demonstrates a jumping jack puppet, its wooden limbs creating a soothing click-clack sound. The path before you opens into a small courtyard where an enormous Christmas tree stands proud and tall, its branches heavy with ornaments and lights. Stars catch the golden illumination and cast delicate shadows on the snow below. A brass quartet plays Stille Nacht, Silent Night, from a corner. The gentle melody floats through the evening air. Pause here for a moment. Let your eyes drift closed if you wish, as the music surrounds you like a gentle embrace. And feel the perfect stillness of this moment, the peaceful gathering of strangers united in wonder, the timeless magic of a winter's evening in this ancient square. Now as you open your eyes, your attention is drawn to a stall selling hand-blown glass ornaments. The artisan holds a delicate bauble up to the light, showing how the swirling colors seem to dance within the glass. It catches the surrounding lights in a mesmerizing display, reminding you of the northern lights. The gentle sound of glass touching creates a crystalline melody. You approach a stand where a woman ladles glühwein, spiced or mulled wine. Watch as the steaming wine flows in a graceful burgundy stream pour. The rich aroma of warm red wine mingles with orange, cinnamon, and star anise. As she hands you a mug, feel its comforting warmth seeping through your gloves, the heat rising in fragrant waves to caress your face. Take a small sip, letting the warm, sweet wine spread its gentle heat through your chest. Each spice reveals itself slowly, first clove, then cinnamon, followed by the notes of citrus. The vintage ceramic mug feels pleasantly weighted in your hands, its surface slightly rough against your fingers. Snowflakes land on your eyelashes, their brief cool touch contrasting with the warmth of your cup. The canopy of stars reflects off the snow. The effect is magical, like standing beneath a shower of diamonds. Following your nose, you discover a stall selling roasted chestnuts and candied almonds. The vendor stirs the nuts over glowing coals with a long copper stir. There's a hypnotic swish that you hear. The scent of caramelizing sugar as he twirls adds a mesmerizing smell to the symphony of smells around you. The almonds gradually take on a glossy copper sheen. A paper cone of candied almonds finds its way into your hand. The sugar coating crackles softly as you bite into one. Let the simple pleasure ground you in the present moment. each bite a reminder to savor the experience fully. As you continue your stroll, you pass a stall containing homemade candles of every size and color imagined. You watch the vendor build up the layers of the candles to create striped tapers, his motion smooth and practiced. Watch how the liquid wax clings to each layer, gradually building up the candle's form. The subtle scent of beeswax mingles with hints of bayberry and pine. In a quiet corner, you discover a bookbinder stall. Elegant writing instruments are displayed, along leather-bound books. You hear the scratch of the bookbinder's tools against leather, creating a soothing rhythm. Each journal is a work of art, with carefully sewn bindings and papers that feel like silk beneath your fingertips. You take another sip of Glühwein, feeling its warmth spreading through you. Walk a bit and hear the crunch, crunch, crunch of the snow. Now the medieval church bells begin to toll the hour, their deep resonant tones gliding across the square. The sound seems to vibrate in your chest, connecting you to centuries of winters past in this timeless place. Oh look, a puppet theater has drawn a small crowd, and you watch as hand-carved marionettes perform a traditional Christmas story. The wooden figures dance and glide with impossible grace. Their tiny feet create delicate tap, tap, tap sounds. Against the wooden stage, like little wooden blocks. Children sit cross-legged in the snow, their faces upturned in wonder as they watch the marionettes. Moving on, you find yourself before a display of hand-knitted scarves and mittens. Each piece is made of an impossibly soft wool and dyed in rich jewel tones that glow in the evening light. The vendor invites you to touch a scarf worked in a complex cable pattern. You feel the pattern beneath your fingers, the designs creating a landscape you can read with your touch. The path winds past a stall selling paper stars, which cast shadows upon the snow. You watch the artist demonstrate his folding technique. There's the smooth sound of creasing and swishing paper as he creates the stars. Now you see a chocolatier stall, tempting you in with the smell of cocoa, the rhythmic motion of the vendor scraper creates a lovely sound. Spread, scrape, and the chocolate perfectly takes on a satin sheen. She fills molded shapes with the liquid chocolate, creating chocolates that shine like gemstones. And now you see a stall with incense smokers, figurines designed to hold cone incense, the smoke curling up in the sky. The rich scent of frankincense rises in a lazy spiral through the cold air as you watch. Watch the smoke drift and dance, creating ephemeral patterns that drift into the night. In the center of the market as you walk along, you discover a glass blower. The molten glass glows, casting warm light across the transfixed faces of observers. His mesmerizing hand gestures keep you captivated, creating a hypnotic rhythm. Watch as he gathers more glass on his pipe. The materials glow like captured sunlight. Take a moment to breathe deeply and let your awareness expand and take in the entire scene. The golden lights overhead create a dome of warmth against the dark winter sky. You hear the gentle murmur of conversations in German and English, and many other languages probably too, creating a soft background murmur. You walk on, stepping through the snow. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Each snowflake that falls carries its own small piece of light. Your path now leads you to a stall selling traditional straw ornaments. Their geometric patterns speaking of mathematical precision and ancient craft. You watch the artisan's fingers move with practiced grace as she weaves the golden straws into stars and snowflakes. The rustle and weave of the dry straw creates a kind of crinkle and percussion. You move on. Near the church, there are carolers, and you hear Latin songs float like incense into night air. The sounds seem to make the very snowflakes dance more slowly, as though they too are listening to the ancient melody. You find yourself returning to the heart of the market, where the massive Christmas tree stands sentinel over the gathering, its light seeming to shine even more brightly now, each ornament holding a universe of reflections. The brass quartet has begun to play O Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum, O Tannenbaum. Take one final deep breath. and notice the snow gathering softly on your shoulders. Let the combined scents of pine, spices, and roasted nuts create a memory you can carry with you. The ancient cobblestones beneath your feet have witnessed countless winter evenings like this one, others seeking the same magic you found tonight. As you stand in this timeless space, feel yourself become part of this timeless tradition in the heart of winter. The snow continues to fall, each flake carrying its own light, the market carrying its gentle life around you, the carolers singing, the vendors crafting, the children laughing, and the brass quartet playing. For now, let yourself drift in this perfect moment, held by Christmas magic, feeling safe and peaceful in this square. Your breathing slows and your thoughts quiet. The sounds of the market create a lullaby. The gentle clink of ornaments, the distant carol, and the soft crunch of snow, carrying you deeper into peaceful rest of twinkling lights and falling snow, of ancient cobblestones and Christmas magic. You're drifting, floating. You're peaceful and safe. So safe. So comfortable and warm and cozy and safe. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And good night. The night